Who wants to give a recap?
Not it.
Had a couple more dilemma conversations, found out what was going on with the cultists. George put forward a random challenge to his mother potentially, and people got drunk.
Last time on Dungeons and Dimwits, we had a few people getting drunk, as well as exploring many different options and conversations, JP making more problematic character choices, as well as a lot of RP, no combat, the boring stuff. I'm just kidding, go ahead.
I did it better than most of us could.
And for some reason, two of the party members keep Thanosing for some reason.
Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. This time a different party member has Thanos.
Well,
the
Yeah,
first
she's
Thanos
really sad. She's really sad.
At least it's only one, not two this time.
George would be like, Aurora, you haven't met my mother, have you?
Your mother, I don't think I have. Perhaps I've heard of her though. Not too sure.
Name's Azazel, but you'd better meet her in person. Besides, I already have something else I need to talk to her about as well.
Roll a religion check to see if you recognize Azazel.
At this point, I'm waiting for the famous. Oh.
Sir? That's not it.
Oh. Yeah, you went live there for a moment.
No.
But I said if they got a dice cam, they could roll IRL dice, so that's why they're going
I'm
live.
drawing right now, man.
Sweet.
Damn it, let me
Live
see
it.
the.
Alright, let me
see the
go
camera.
pull my sheet. 1 second.
Those are in
We have a dice
fact
cam.
those are in fact pretty dice.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Lovely. You know what's funny? I probably could set up my web camera so I could have a dice cam as well.
I totally could.
What modifiers do you have to your religion?
So I'm checking. I'm bringing up my character sheet. Cody, can you not nibble on my finger? I
It's
would
a nice dice tray,
have
too.
a. It's a religion. That's
Yeah.
supposed to. It's a 13.
You've heard of the name during one of your mother's lectures. However, you can't really place what she is. You know she is an angel, but you don't remember what her angelic aspect is. It was probably towards the end of one of the lectures, and your mind had begun to wander about various other strange, different things due to the endless prattle of your mother.
She's gonna be scratching, like, probably stressed after having to do the healing thing. Both her fingers, like, running through her hair, kinda, on the side of her temple, and just. Yeah, I'm sure if, yeah, show me them. Let's go to them.
Show me them. Show me thy parental.
Her, but alright. And then he'll head out of the prison and start heading towards his mother's place.
Alright. And Adel went to the librarian.
She already got the book about Hector, if I recall.
Yes, so where are you going now?
Words.
Alright, she needs to figure out how to speak to a god. Okay, she's going to take a look at the compass that Albertus gave her, and is going to want to find a way to consistently contact a god.
The compass will begin spinning in circles.
Okay, she figure that out herself.
Not off to a great start.
put the compass away, and she's going to head back to the prison to see if she can find her.
Yeah, I have a really snarky answer, but like I'm not there, so.
Actually, you can magically be with whichever group you want to be at this point, as you are phasing back into reality.
So we got Adel doing Adel things, and we got George's group, or is that how things are going?
Yes.
Ada's also looking for Aurora, who's technically with George's group at the moment.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe both my characters just went with George's group, sort of a good cop, bad cop kind of deal, because we're gonna. We were planning on talking to some cultist fellas.
Already did.
Well, they already did it.
Already did.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
Turns out those cultists were also not bad people either.
Yeah, they were literally. Actually, I guess if Thorgrim was there, he'd be. Or Thorgrim and Elk was there. She feeds that they're both infected with aberrations from different planes, which the Puppet Master infects people with, and at a certain point, they are turned into aberrations. So it's like an infection that kind of kills them from the inside out and turns them into new things.
They mind flayer them, right?
Pretty much, and
exactly.
we figured out the solution to fixing that is pretty much banishing it from the inside.
Okay, how do we do that?
Spells.
Literally, the only spell that kind of works at the moment that we know about is banishment, and
Literally a
actually
banishment
using
spell.
Yeah, and actually using it on the parasite inside or the aberration inside.
Can you like focus a spell inside a person?
Apparently, yes.
Huh.
Yes, the only person that's currently able to do it was Aurora. So
I think Jubilee can also cast banishment, right?
George can also cast banishment.
My repertoire. Although I probably could if I got appropriate levels.
But yeah, George can also cast banishment, so he has some options there as well.
Unfortunately, it's not in my repertoire right now. Oh, there's my camera.
Oh, this is a spell I can learn. Cool.
I should hope so. Oh wait, you were a wizard. You were a cleric. Never mind.
No, it is a wizard spell as well.
Yeah, I know. It would be obvious a wizard could do it, but...
Well, I didn't think it was. I thought it was cleric only, but...
So yeah, George is still heading over there, and yeah.
In that case, George, as you all are walking along, you and Adel will meet back up.
The whole team is reassembled.
What's up?
Oh. Hello, Adel.
Hello, George. And she is going to look over to Aurora. Or I need to speak with you. Privately, if possible.
Oh. Scratching the side of her temples again. Yeah, we can do that. Speak privately if you'd like.
Alright. Adele is going to walk down the street a bit.
Hubert will.
George is gonna yell, you guys probably shouldn't talk about whatever you're talking about in the middle of a road.
We were going to walk and talk, but that's fair.
You guys can just trail behind us then, I guess.
Yes.
Still not a good idea to talk in public, but... albeit for me to tell you what to do.
And George will go out a ways and we'll start walking towards his mother's place still.
Alright.
Well, I was going to look over to Aurora. So, Aurora, I need to get into contact with your mother.
That would be the appropriate response right there, huh?
You fucking what?
I
Fucking what, mate?
to get in contact with your mother.
Yeah, I heard you. It's just not very often. Huh?
Aurora, as one of the things you were sent to do, you were sent to actually spy on this group and relay information about the group back to your mother. So
You might have been compromised now.
Do you think it's just one of those things where I can contact people like willy-nilly?
Yes.
She's gonna sarcastically hold her hand up in the air. Nope, nothing.
I'll look to her for a while before just, like, walking a little bit closer and will say, let's drop all pretenses, Astel. I do not know why exactly you're here, but I find it a bit coincidental that the daughter of the moon goddess who has been watching us for a while would just bump into us. And that every time you have spoken about your reasoning for being here, you have lied. I'm not going to pry any further into it, but I know that Jubilee is already suspecting or doubt the others well. I'm not going to assume that you're here to do any harm. But as long as I make sure that they do not assume you're here to do any harm, they will be so you can continue to do whatever it is you need to do. But in order for that to happen, you need to speak with me. We both want the same thing. We want to help people. I can't do it by myself.
Do you think gods just entertain the calls of random mortals? It's not exactly how it works. It's a rare occasion when it happens. And 9 times out of 10, I'm mostly contacted myself. I don't get to choose when this happens.
I don't doubt this.
And also, I've never lied about why I'm here.
Tell that to that strange multi-armed man that was outside of Homemaster's sleep dungeon.
Wait, when did this happen? Wait.
there was a creature that asked you your purpose 3 times, and because you never gave it a straight answer, it got mad at you.
Yeah. And they all pulled her aside. It's like, look, man, do not F around with this thing. But, Ella would hold her arms behind her back. Oh, I don't doubt that a god would have no reason to speak with a mortal under most circumstances. But a god's wanting to speak with their daughter, especially if the daughter feels something is most certainly amiss, as you did when you called down the heavens to help us when we fought the Puppet Master last night. But to be clear, the reason why I want to speak with her is not out of any triviality. I need to know information about an angel that the Puppet Master is going to use to destroy this realm. This will include you, this will include her. I feel that the gods would have more information about this angel than I can find myself. That's why I want to speak with her. And if I can't speak with her, then you would need to ask her these questions.
I think that is more agreeable than... But also, you do realize how, like, using that power works, right?
Enlighten me.
She's doing hand gestures as well during this. Okay.
Me.
Imagine being, like, as tight as you've ever been. I'm on that for a week. Or possibly longer when that power. It's like channeling a massive amount of just energy through you. I'm very exhausted. I'll try and contact her, but I am a little spent.
Well, if you need us to help you get your energy back, say so. But I believe that this information is of great importance.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Oh, yes, one more thing, Roy. The next time you do contact your mother, let her know that Squib is not only well and good, but he's now, well, I guess he was before, but he has wait. How do you put this? He has a new child. Sure, they would be willing to meet with her once this is all settled and this realm is safe.
Roll history.
Who? Me?
Aurora.
Oh,
She's gonna scratch the side of her head while it's all processing. Fourteen with 20, 22, 21. Jesus Christ.
Squib. Squib is an immortal goblin that your mother has taken a very keen interest in, mostly because she can't figure out why he doesn't stay dead. She has not only watched him die in numerous different ways, but has also had a hand in making him die in several different ways in testing if he is truly immortal.
Huh.
He also has this weird habit of, like, shooting spells only to have them ricochet and kill him.
he has terrible luck. Somehow.
After I pick up on my other side.
The reason you know so much about him is because he happens to be one of the random topics your mother will go on a tangent about because her and her magnificent mind can't figure out what's keeping him alive.
She's gonna like say to herself as she scratches her head more.
What'd you say?
She said immortality's a bitch and she's gonna be scratching the side of her head more.
I greatly disagree, replies Aiden.
Is anyone hearing an echo?
What?
Nope.
No?
Yep. Occasionally. But only when Aurora speaks.
Yeah, Aurora,
Yeah.
You don't use a mic, do you, Luna? Or rather...
I do.
Wait, then you don't have headphones or something? Because, yeah, you do have
No,
an echo
it's
from time
'cause-
to time.
It's because my headsets are open, yeah. So if I get close to my mic, because I'll turn my head sometimes.
Okay.
I have a bad habit. Like, here, let's test it. Let's see.
Because I was in the middle of testing webcam, and all of a sudden you start double thinking. It's like, is that me?
Okay, can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear my music?
Nope.
Okay, sometimes you can hear other things, I guess. Yeah. Not sure. I don't know. I will try my best not to do that. But it is unavoidable sometimes.
Well, good talk, Aurora. And they'll head back to the other group.
I'm still just... She's still scratching the side of her head.
Oh,
Yes.
you guys finally done with your conversation?
Yes.
Why do you sound like a jealous boyfriend? She's
Well,
gonna say she
I-
walks up.
Well,
I had something to discuss with Adel, so
Me?
yes.
What did you wish to discuss with me?
Can we continue before we get to another conversation? There's something with like... Oh god. so tired.
One of the indentured servants at her place can get you something, so. Let's test that out.
Servants?
Well, they're ones that she summons.
Oh, one of those. Okay.
Not gonna dig deeper into that, but to put it simply, Adel, I'm going to present a challenge to my mother.
Or what now? Why?
A challenge.
Okay.
She said
Again,
why, not
No,
what.
Why?
First, what is the challenge? And second, why?
Well, in case there's. What does I want to say?
Use your words, George.
I'm trying to use my words. It's just.
Try harder.
It's just. I guess it's mainly selfish. I wanted to test myself.
Are you wanting to fight your mother?
Well, maybe, but that's beside the point.
Ha! I mean, what? Sorry.
Why?
But the reason why is because I believe there's something we can at least gain out of it if we do. If she, well, one, if she does accept this challenge, and two, if we actually win the challenge, which can either be something with the museum or a question you might want to ask, unrestricted, things like that.
You believe your mom's hiding information?
No, I don't think she's hiding information. I just think there's value to be gained out of it that could potentially help us in the future. Whether it's something from the museum that we haven't had access to or anything like that, it could actually help.
I personally do not see that. However, if it may just be that you're seeing something here that I am not, so we'll follow your lead.
Well, you are the leader, that's why I was telling you about this, because if you don't think it's a good idea, I will not do it.
I feel that if you do want to challenge your mother, she would agree to it. Most likely she would see it as a game or a good sort of training or a bonding experience between the two. But if you're doing it to gain something like information or unadulterated access to something like the museum, I do not think that would be necessary because we already have that. Yes, if we wanted to touch something, the Redeemed would say no, but then we just need to speak with your mother or with Barbiel or any of the other leaders who we do have good rapport with and who tend to listen to us. So I'm not really sure why we would end up challenging them. They're also aware of the stakes at play. It's not like they would be hiding something from us at this point.
Let me rephrase the reason as to why. Do you think people around Haven and around nearby Haven talk about what's going on, the risks that are at stake and things like that?
The risks that are at stake.
Or
I mean,
the things that are at stake.
well, it
Not
is
just us, but just the average citizen, things of that nature.
no. I do not think that people are currently aware of the fact that the realm might be destroyed if we are not successful in our mission, no.
Well, that fucked up everything I was going to say then, never mind.
I feel if they were, then there would be significant panic. I believe that the people that do know at this point would be the leaders. That is Zardak, Azazel, Barbiel, the Lady of the Flame, my mother, and other key members. If everyone knew, that would most likely cause anarchy.
Suppose that's fair.
All nods and gestures around. For everybody here, it's as simply a normal day. Yes, it is difficult with Crestfall being Crestfall, but it's as normal as life can get. But do not think that tomorrow might not come. He pauses. Alright, never mind. They do not think that their realm might be destroyed come tomorrow.
Still feel like that statement might be
Well,
stretching it.
I don't know. I think they might think the city might be blown up. I don't think they think that existence just stops, you know?
I suppose that's true.
Why? Do you think people should know?
No, I definitely don't think they should know, but like I said, it's mostly just for selfish reasons.
Selfish reasons? And what are those selfish reasons?
He wants to see if he's capable of beating her.
That, and I also want to show that I've actually grown from who I was before when I got exiled.
And challenger. That is a good enough reason to do so if you feel that your words aren't enough.
The thing is, I feel as if she's convinced. I just don't know if anyone else around here is convinced.
And make a show of it.
At this, Beastie is going to just walk over and smack you with the sticky healing. George, the only one that's not convinced is you.
Yes. There it is.
Again, if I had more spaces, I would use so many more sound effects.
We've been telling you this whole time that you can lead, and you the one saying no, not anyone else.
Hey George, quick question.
Yeah.
If you're worried about, not knowing how to make a show out of a fight, maybe it'd be a good idea, just, throwing it out there. Why don't you ask the champion pit fighter? And he kind of just grins.
Isn't that you?
No, it's clearly LV. Point.
Technically, since I've beaten you, wouldn't I be the champion pit fighter?
Not because you didn't beat me in Sobania, no. Maybe the champion here, but not.
If you say so.
That sounds like a challenge.
I feel like there needs to be a title match now.
Sure. Sure, there's a bench.
Hey, what happened?
As everyone is still technically walking, the group will walk on as you lay down on the bench, and after a second or two, Hubert will just come back, throw you
was gonna come get her and carry her.
you over his shoulder, and then continue walking.
Well, then I guess that's it then. I'll challenge her and show that then.
Actually, says Ava, if you do want to get something out of it, aside from your closure, there is something I would ask as a prize for doing so.
And that is?
She agrees to have an in-person meeting with Zardak and the Lady of the Flame, as well as Rodriguez, Montague, something, and the leader of...
Rodriguez Carmela Montague.
Thank you. And the leader of the Vampire Country.
Making like a council meeting or something?
Yes.
Not a bad idea.
This might just be me overthinking, but do you think it would be a good idea to have the major leaders of every kingdom and place around in one area?
No. However, I also know that if we do not do that, then what I need to say to them will not be said with as much gravity. They all need to
And-
hear it at once, and they need to agree to it.
And if you don't mind me prying, what exactly is that?
That it is time we take the fight to the Puppet Master. I need to tell everyone at once what the Puppet Master is up to. We need to form an alliance, similar to another country I've heard of facing a similar issue. And together, we will defeat him. Going all around the country doing this and that, it's how it has taken us this long to only slow him down. And even then, he will constantly be sending things to distract us. Be it my mother, be it Jubilee's family, be it Thorgrim's wife. Who else knows? Who knows what else he's going to throw at us to slow us down? We can't do this alone.
That reminds me, I really need to contact them and see how that's going.
So, the only way we can deal with the vampires is if they have a constant supply of blood. The only way they're going to get that is if they are in an alliance with either Zardak, Azazel, or someone else that will gain something from the vampires that they can pay with blood, literally. That one will be solved at the alliance meeting. Azazel and Zardak do not like each other, but they will put aside their differences in order to protect what they feel they need to. That will be solved at the meeting. Rodriguez, he's a wild card, I don't know. And the Lady of the Flame will listen to me to a certain degree. The only places I am unaware of at the moment is
The Vampire Kingdom?
not the vampires. We have run into them, though I do need to speak with their leader. It's the country that is to your southwest.
Would George know that area?
Roll a history check. Let's see. Fuck. I was really hoping you wouldn't roll that high, because now I have to remember who those are.
Right to bullshit go.
Was there no lore for that?
There was. However, I have since lost the notes that had the lore of them, and I have to try and remember
It sounds
who
like
he
there
is.
was, however, it has been blown up.
Isn't that where the dragon was heading? In that direction?
The lore was.
Classified.
Oh yeah, the people to your direct southwest of Haven are actually the Templars.
George was
so
looking at me
we know-
like,
hold
you
on.
mean...
Hold on. So we'll just go to the map.
Ah, yeah, it was
This-
this place.
This is the
vampires.
Templars.
It means down here, further
Yeah.
down.
This is the vampires. So
You mean southeast?
well, it's just directly south. So this is the vampires. I just didn't remember. Wait. So if this is the vampires, then who's over here?
Good question.
George?
I thought
Who's
you
here?
wanted
Good question.
south. So southwest. George is gonna like think to himself about all the lessons he's learned about the different regions. Like, southwest is the Templars. Further south from them is the vampires. All the way to the east, south of Zardak's place, is. Do I need to roll another history?
Yes, you do.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. He's gonna look over to Elvie. Elvie, you know more about what's closer there. Do you know what's south of Zardak's land?
Give me a moment. Maybe it would help if I didn't click Thorgrim's history, which is a 0. I don't think I've been that far south.
Your time spent in Zardak's kingdom, instead of focusing on the regions around, you instead focused on the ether crystals that Zardak has been mining.
Yes, I don't believe I've been that far south, and if I have been, I was more interested in the condensed ether deposits.
Okay. Where's the continue thinking then?
Right. So, let's see. I have to read through my notes again. So, the country that is directly south of Zardax is, George, you're not sure how you know this, but it is a mostly elven community where, the elves are of a higher class, very, very rich, and look down upon not rich people, we'll just say.
They sound like this. Oh.
George will think for a second. It'll kind of shut a little bit. I think I might have met someone from there once. They're mostly a community of elves, very rich, uptight, elven people. They kind of look down on anyone that's poor, and
Rich, you say, says Jubilee.
yes, very rich elves, very tight knit, very tight knit with people who are rich, I guess.
Those sound like high elven communities.
Yep.
Aurora.
Aurora.
BCO Blake. I will
Aurora.
remember. Yeah, she did meet those elves, didn't she? And they reminded her of Aurora when they first met, yeah?
Something like that.
Huh.
But
Aurora, are you there or are you gone?
I don't think she's there.
I'm gonna assume they're gone, so.
probably burbed.
Alright.
That's
But,
unfortunate.
Also, I think I figured out my own dice cam situation. I don't know if anyone can see it,
there's
but
there, and then we'll think about to the north, east of the pirate place. That's another history. 3 for 3. 3 for 3.
Well, shit.
Do you know that, technically it's directly east of the pirates. However, something occurred on the northern part of the continent, and it is widely believed that whatever happened there, nobody's still alive.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure at that point you've got Scalodius doing PTSD stare right now.
Ooh.
George is just gonna shut her grin and be like, I don't think anyone's alive there.
We
No
don't
one
talk
is
about
alive.
that. It's just randomly Scalodius, we don't talk about that.
It'll look to Scalodius. I am sorry to bring up the trauma, but you will have to explain what happened there.
Gato,
I think I've explained it several times by now.
put 2 and 2 together about who he hates the most right now.
Yeah, but what did Rush... Shit, okay. Yup, she figured out. Okay.
Yeah, complete
Yes.
genocide.
So
Well,
that's
this one is
that's
complete.
where the dragons were when they died. I say out of character. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there you go. 1 plus 1 is 2.
Well,
Alright.
when you've eliminated all the other territories, there's only one left.
I thought it happened in the wilds. I don't know. Well, Adel is going to put 2 and 2 together, and it's like, I see. Alright.
Again, 1,000-yard stare from Scalodius. It's okay, I'm just gonna need a moment.
However, if we are going to call upon all the leaders and have them help us with the Puppet Master, do you think it's alright if I go with the original thing that we had planned? Or should I mean, Stars Clodius, but using Rashi to help with him?
That is also part of the plan. Like it or not, he's as much a leader in this continent as the other are. We already have him on our side.
Have him on our side is a bit of a stretch, but okay.
Yes, however, getting him to meet with the others, that is one that I have no idea what we're going to do. And this beastie's just gonna raise her hands.
Yeah, Beastie.
Beat him.
I'm sorry, what?
Beat him. Then he will listen, and he will come.
I mean, he's already agreed to help with the puppet master. I think we just need to tell him when and where. At least, I think we do.
I mean, does it? Yes, when and where, but he doesn't play nice with others, does he?
I guess that is true.
Well, if we feel like he will be a problem to the Alliance, then we can go with BC's plan, which is a stupid one, but I don't have any other ideas. And if we can figure another way, then yes, we will do that instead.
That, or we send him off somewhere on a wild goose chase for where the puppet master is, and then just take the puppet master ourselves while he's off doing that.
He'll figure it out and probably kill us.
I mean, he's probably gonna kill us all eventually.
Not us, just him. And she gestures over to Scalodius. At least attempt to with him. He doesn't have anything against people that are... He pauses. Okay. He feels that people like you and I are beneath him. He won't waste his time on us.
That's not entirely true. He views you all as food.
You know what, Hubert, I'm glad that you are blunt with that. Okay, he would probably kill us eventually. Unless he becomes vegetarian.
Very
Not
doubtful
likely.
on that one.
I'm fairly certain lizard folk are strict carnivores.
Okay, so that's all the more reason that we need to get him as part of this alliance then, so he won't view everyone as food.
Adel,
Pretty sure
you remember
that's how that works.
Adel, you remember he has only ever referred to you as meat. He has never called you names, anything other than meat. Much like he refers to everything else, except Hubert.
And Beastie. But no, he calls us it sometimes rather than meat.
I think the fact remains that he doesn't call us by our names.
Yeah, except
He just refers to us as objects or food.
Yeah, except for Hubert and Beastie. Well, all the more reason why we need his respect, and the only way to do that is to beat him. So, we need to speak with the vampires, we need to speak with rich elves, and we need to beat Rashi. Of course, there is also the Dwarven Village, though I'm not really sure what they could offer, but I don't know.
Well, I don't think we should spread our resources too thin with trying to recruit everyone that we can think of to be allies.
If that's the
I think
case,
it's better to go with major leaders that we have a fair chance at getting to help.
Alright, so Azazel, Lady of the Flame, Zardak, Rashi, the vampires, Rodriguez.
I think we should also take out wild cards with that.
Well,
So,
if that is the case, if the Puppet Master does something with the sea, then we would be vulnerable.
With the
Though
what?
he has the sea. But he hasn't done that so far.
He has it, which I don't think we should do every major leader.
Alright, so then drop Rodriguez, so that would just leave Azazel, Rashi, Lady of Flame, Vampire Leader, the Elves.
I mean, I think you're also missing the other wild card there of Lady of the Flame and the vampires being together.
Lady of the Flame would listen to me, and with the vampires, I just need to figure out... I need to broker a deal between them and one of the other countries.
I mean, more or less, don't the Templars hate things that are undead or, you know, inherently evil? Like, extremely hate it?
They do, but I was able to talk them down from burning a goblin village by just asking them to.
I feel like there's a big difference between goblins and literal undead.
And I will ask them.
Okay. I mean, I think that'll be a good group then to help them with everything, at least with this issue.
Hell nuts. So, he looks to George. We are already here. Let's just go speak with Azazel first.
Yep. Also, if this is what you want to do, you guys are all going to be a part of it then.
Okay, I'm back.
We wouldn't
Welcome
have it any
back. We're
other way,
about to
pal.
fight a god.
No, you're about to fight an angel.
Isn't she like an archangel, which is like super angel?
No, I think she's. Is
This whole time, could I
George?
have been zoned out on
No, yeah,
who's carrying me again?
you have not been paying attention at all. In
Yeah,
fact,
I
you
just want
didn't.
to be fallen asleep against. Is Hubert carrying me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still passed out unless someone nudges me awake.
Jubilee's trying not to be jealous, but you know.
Ovi's a little pissed off because she was going to ask Aurora something, but she fell asleep and she doesn't feel like interrupting.
Well, she's awake now, unless you do it.
No, she's still passed out unless someone nudges her.
All right, George will start heading inside then to go speak to his mother.
Where's you there?
He was left at the inn.
Oh,
He was theoretically left at the inn, I guess I should say.
Uh-oh.
yeah, who knows where he went to.
But yeah, I'll try to wake him up and he just fell asleep there.
Nope. Apparently Jubilee wanted to jump into Hubert's arms.
I mean, she is seemingly upset that he is carrying Aurora.
Yep, taking matters into her own hands.
My boyfriend.
Mine.
Oh, mother?
Sorry, I had a cat jump into my lap, so if you
That was Jubilee.
if you said something, George, I need you to repeat.
Oh, he said hello, mother.
And hello to you, George. I see you brought your entourage here.
Yeah. Oh, before I say what I wanted to say, can one of the servants get some tea for my friend there? And I'll pour it to Aurora, who's
Drooling right now.
slapped over Hubert's shoulder, just drooling. She was kind of the one that helped with the whole issue with the cultists, so.
He raises an eyebrow to this and said, "And why is she in such a..."
She also had some stuff to drink last night.
Because unless I'm much she just waves her hand, and eventually a small pitcher of tea will be brought for the group.
Thank you, mother. Now to what I wanted to discuss with you before is I figured out the challenge I was going to present to you.
And that would be?
He'll kind of shuffle a little bit. We'll just say, it's a really easy way to put this. I want to, well, I want to fight you and any other allies you see fit.
She just watches you for a while and eventually goes, "Why?"
Well, I guess there's a multitude of reasons, and for one, I kind of want to test myself and make sure I'm capable enough for what's going to come in the future, and two, I want the opportunity to show the people of Haven that I have matured and gotten better from what I did before. It's selfish, I know, but it's something that's been on my mind for a while.
And you wish to do this by having a fight.
Well, it doesn't have to.
Against 3 angels.
Oh, right. I forget she doesn't live by herself. Oh, boy.
Well, I guess some friends of mine said you need to make a show of it sometime, so I'm not really sure how else to make a show of it other than,
Thorgrim sticks a thumbs up and is like, yeah.
other than doing that. But there's also
Uh-oh.
not just that, but there's also something that, I felt as if you guys wouldn't want to do what we had in mind if we didn't show that we were serious about it and not capable enough for it.
And that would be?
I suck at repeating what I want. I suck at repeating things, so he'll just motion over to Adel.
I'll step forward. I would like to form a council with you, Zardak, the Lady of the Flame, and other important leaders of the country.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I agree, but a terrible idea is needed to fight a realm-ending opponent. Especially when good ideas have only barely scratched the surface.
So, in addition to this being him testing his mantle, I assume that you're also wishing to make a bargain that if we lose, we have to abide by you.
Yes.
And what are the stakes if you lose?
I'll look back to George.
Well, was there anything in particular any of you three wanted?
I want the Dark Ether and your friend, she says, pointing at Adel.
Fuck.
Nani?
That's fair, but can I ask why?
It is a dangerous energy, and I do not enjoy you being in possession of it. For the same reasons I would not enjoy George being in possession of it, or any of your friends.
Okay, I'm glad. I thought it was just a me thing for a moment. That sounds fair.
I take unfortunate offense to that, but I understand your viewpoints.
I would also want to cure your 2 friends there of their lycanthropy.
What?
Ada will just look back over at Thogrim and Jubilee as like, whoops. She'll just look back at both of them as like, I mean, you're free to do that anyway.
I almost forgot I had it. Shit. Oh, sorry, language.
Oh. Made peace with mine. Huh.
George will look over to Adel. It's like, it's not up to me to put that up for the bargain. So,
Well, she'll look back to Jubilee and Thogrim. I mean, do you still care about your lycanthropy?
I mean, it's not that big a deal, but I mean, if it'll help us get through this.
I mean, I don't mind it. I've got a pretty good control over it, but if it makes Zazel feel better, then I suppose I could part with it.
Alright, Zazel.
Only if you lose, of course.
Of course.
and I guess if we're all in agreement, then I don't know if you want to set terms, but what do you think the terms of losing would be?
You've already made your terms of our loss. We will agree.
No, I mean, in terms of during the challenge, what would be, the way to end it? Would it be when one side is incapacitated? If one side concedes?
I presumed you wanted it to be last man standing.
Well, I guess it's obvious, not to the death, of course, but I Guess that would be sufficient, yeah.
You ask the angel of death not to fight to the death.
You know, I should have figured that one. Sure, be last man standing.
Is something wrong, my dwarven friend?
I forgot about the whole angel of death thing.
Is that a problem?
Well, most of my pit fights have not been to the death.
Thorgrim,
I
we've all
just-
died at least once so far, other than Aurora at this point.
If
Yes,
it is,
I'm
I
not
know.
saying it's a light thing, but still.
if it is
Yes.
any consolation, we would not aim to kill. Some of you, I understand why it is a bit traumatizing.
A bit, yeah.
Well, considering everything that we have been through up till now, I'm not really sure that fighting an angel of death is... Actually, I'm going to keep quiet before I end up instigating anything. When would you like to begin?
George?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow it is.
Yes,
At-
we will meet at the arena?
If you guys are all okay with that, we can do it at the arena.
I suppose.
So 3v3 team rules then, or
No.
3 of you against 3 angels wouldn't be close.
okay, so 3-on-1.
No.
No, it's us against 3 angels. Which would end up being her,
Barbiel.
Barbiel, and
That one angel that is really introverted that we only had one interaction with where she told us that she could hear us when we were whispering.
No, that's
No,
that's our city druid. She will not be participating in the
yeah,
fight.
the other angel that we saved who keeps the flame.
That's Barbiel.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
Thorgrim's
you're
girlfriend,
forgetting an important. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ramiel.
Ramio.
Oh,
You know,
fuck!
you know the giant redhead?
Yeah,
That
Thorgrim's girlfriend.
The one that revolves solely around combat.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit, I completely forgot about her. We are fucked.
Why do you think I don't want to fight to the death?
It'll be fine. You just go
Hey.
suplex your girlfriend. It'll be fine.
She's
Or
like
you-
10
or
times
you-
my size.
You could
You can
always, you
manage.
could always seduce her.
Thorgrim, you punched a giant eldritch being to death. I'm pretty sure you can suplex a giant angel.
I mean, he can do more than that if he doesn't place his cards right.
Jubilee, shut it.
Bestial just go over and pat Thorgrim on the back. Don't worry, dwarf. Me suplex Zardak many times, and that's how me have 2 children with him. You'll have very pretty dwarf angel babies.
Wonder what that would look like.
Like a tall dwarf with wings. She pauses and looks at George.
George and meanwhile gonna head over, grab a pitcher of tea and pour a glass. Head over to Aurora and say, Aurora, you might need to drink this before I tell you what's happening. As he nudges her.
Really tired. She's gonna not even eyes open. She's gonna pat around, kind of assessing her situation.
You are still hanging off of Hubert.
She's gonna pat Hubert to try and get down. Still eyes closed.
You have to open your eyes before you're allowed on the ground.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can smell tea. I just want the tea.
Well, you have to get on the ground before I can give you the tea, because I don't want you to spill it here.
She'll open one eye and then close it again.
Fully opened eyes.
She'll squint.
Alright, her eyes are open, Hubert, I guess.
It'll eventually set you on your feet.
She'll crankily walk over, grab the tea. Is there anywhere nice to sit?
I mean,
What's
There's
the room
tables.
looking like? I'm not even gonna ascertain the angel. Like, I'm not even looking her way right now.
Okay.
Is there like a nice chair near them?
Yes, there's 3 chairs near the angel, actually. She is sitting in one of them.
She's gonna walk over, grab the teacup on her way, and just kind of like, still very like squinty eyes closed. She's gonna walk up the stairs and then just take a seat next to the angel and sip her tea quietly.
You do have to move your token up there.
Okay. I was just kind of painting the image.
Aurora.
She's gonna just
Aurora?
sip her tea.
Oh,
Aurora,
She's gonna rub her eye while sipping. She's gonna rub her
Aurora,
eyes.
once you're done rubbing your eyes, look to your left.
It's nice to meet you, ma'am. She's gonna extend her hand that she was just done rubbing her eyes with.
Pleasure, she says, taking yours, and as soon as your hands touch, you feel a very large amount of radiant energy coming off of the woman.
That's nice.
Yeah. So Aurora, or Mom, this is Aurora. New friend, Aurora. This is my mom, Azazel, the Angel of Death.
How is that occupation?
She just shrugs to this. It is what it is.
Is there lots of drama in it? So is it very one and
Very.
done type of situation?
It's very straightforward to me.
That's good.
George is gonna whisper over to Adel. I think we found our connection to the elf community.
in a strange way.
Yes. Also, we're going to be fighting her tomorrow.
She seems so nice. Why would we fight her?
For reasons we'll explain at a later time when you're more, when you're less this.
Is he always this mean? Does he always act this way towards people? Or is this a new thing?
It comes and goes.
Oh. And is he always rushing people? Is that like a normal thing for him?
I presume it's because that he has something very important he has to get to.
We have plenty of time.
All right. Until tomorrow, then, Mother.
Of course.
And he'll start heading off.
That was it? I was woken up for that.
Aurora, please get off of the throne.
This is not a throne.
It was nice meeting you. She'll shake her hand again.
It was a pleasure to meet you as well.
And she'll do a little bow, still like eyes kind of closed, and walk away with her teacup. Does it have a little plate with a teacup on it?
Sure.
Yeah, she's gonna hold her hand under the plate and then have a little teacup as she walks away and sip. Is there any art and stuff as she's walking by?
There's a few paintings hung up on the wall, yeah.
That to me is pretty. I appreciate that. She's gonna walk by. I would like to sleep again. Where is the inn? I am very tired.
We were about to head that way.
Okay. And she'll set the teacup down on the table right here.
All right.
Thank you for the tea. And she's gonna bow again.
You're welcome.
Just looking out, said, well, that went better than I expected.
Did you expect it to go poorly?
I expected to get told a flat out no.
She wouldn't say no to you on that front, says Adel.
I feel like if it was any other situation and I came up and asked to fight her, she probably, but more than likely would. Actually, I don't know if she. You might be right. She might not have said no.
There aren't many situations where I can imagine her saying no. Within reason.
Just think, George, this could also be her taking out her frustrations on you if you were ever a bad child.
I don't need that thought in my head right now.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure there's been multiple instances where I've been a bad child.
Oh, well then, you should probably watch out tomorrow.
Your mother seems so nice.
She is. She's lovely. Except now I'm worried that I'm gonna end up getting about 25 years worth of ass whoopings.
Oh, you are. Make no mistake, we are most likely going to be suffering heavy damage in tomorrow's battle. But
Aurora's gonna giggle.
What's
George,
that?
is she single?
Adel's just going to look at her.
George's head will snap back. And he'll just say, if you date my mother, I will personally kill you.
Now,
gonna
be
cover her
nice to your
face
new
laughing.
stepmommy.
I'm being serious. I do not play with that.
Oh, George, did you and I not just have a talk about this?
We did, but I don't really take into account as someone making jokes about my mother being single when my father was murdered.
Okay. I don't think she is aware of that part, George.
I'm sorry to hear about your father.
Mm-hmm. George will just keep walking.
So are you all heading back to the inn?
It appears as though.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta Thanos her again.
Poof.
Poof.
Poof!
Poof.
Alright, says Adel. We are going to be in for an interesting time tomorrow.
That's for sure. Adel, if you don't mind, do you have any message spells available right now?
Sending, yes. What?
Just wanted to contact my mother and see how things are going with her, because we haven't checked in with her in a while.
Okay.
Mostly regarding any activity cult-related.
I will try to contact her. But I do know that the cults have been doing some things in Aria.
And we've been trying to use my mother's resources to see if we can't keep an eye on it, remember?
Right. She is going to try and send a sending to Senate Ackerman.
Alright. What do you say? And roll a d20.
Alright. Let's
Specifically
see
in that
first.
order.
Can I not roll the d20 first?
No.
Alright. Hello, ma'am. Jubilee wanted to ask about first how you're doing and if you have noticed if the cult have been doing anything of worrying activity. Well,
It wasn't that one, so you're good.
alright.
He's contacted some random passerby.
Who the fuck are you?
There's a few seconds of silence, and you just hear, and you are...
Idle Sarday, ma'am, Jubilee's friend.
You should lead with that.
Right. Sorry.
Instead of just
And-
talking in my ear.
Second question. Who thought it was a good idea to contact the person who hates magic with magic?
Your daughter.
Please,
Kind of did it as a haha. Also, partially forgot about that.
everything is
Sorry.
fine.
All right. Do you have any message I should pass to Jubilee?
No.
Okay. Well, she's going to cut the sending, and we'll look to Jubilee. You knew that your mother hates magic, and you asked me to send her a sending spell.
Not gonna lie, part of it was mostly I forgot.
Hubert,
Take a
you're
little.
in charge
Well,
of
my dad
punishing
came
her
out.
today.
Wouldn't you see
Sorry.
that as a reward?
Hubert will figure something out. But your mother says that everything is fine.
That's good. At least things are quiet, but usually in a network like that, no news can actually be a bad thing. I mean, they're avoiding detection. Well, at least I know my mother and the family's okay.
They'll not. Alright. Before the battle begins, and she looks at one, I am going to need your blood.
I don't think that would be a wise idea.
Why is that?
Something tells me they will not like the use of blood magic here.
I have used blood magic before.
In front of the entire city.
Point taken. So it would be a good idea to have just to use later.
Hubert, can I talk with you, please?
Hubert will look to you, seeming somewhat perplexed, but will acquiesce.
Sorry, you're the pragmatic, serious one, and I need to vent, please.
Very well.
I'll take him into a hall, or lead him to the hallway, and just sort of go here.
Hold on. Yes.
I am feeling very conflicted right now, and I know that you're not someone who often talks about this stuff, but I do know that you and Adel Sarday love each other very dearly, and this is a matter of great importance to my heart and the people that I love, and I need some advice.
And what exactly are you asking for?
Well, two things. Well, let me start from the beginning. I've already told all of you how my wife was brutally murdered and then resurrected and then brutally murdered again, and I do know that there is the alternate Amber around, and I do know that at any point, once we are near, I could go see her, but I am afraid of doing that because I am scared of talking to her, getting close to her, and then realizing she's not my wife. You know, like, does she smile the same way? Does her nose wrinkle when she smiles the same way? Does she snort when she laughs the same way? Does she call me the same crude but ultimately affectionate pet names? I don't want to get close enough to that Amber only to find out that none of these things are true, because that will just drive the point home that she's not my Amber. She's not my wife. And on the flip side, Aunt Ramiel, I love her as well. I love her a lot. She's a lot like me in terms of personality, but if I continue with her the way that I've been doing, I feel like I'm gonna lose the chance to find out if the Amber that is alive right now is anywhere close to the Amber that I knew, and I don't know what to do. I'm lost and confused, and I need advice from someone who can think rationally and doesn't let emotion get in the way, because I have enough emotion in me right now for 100 of us, and I just don't know what to do.
Before I say what I need to say, I need to know, are you wanting me to speak frankly, or are you wanting me to say what you want to hear?
I want you to say what you want to say.
Your wife is dead.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
This-
Thorgrim visibly flinches.
The sad fact of the matter is that she has passed on. And although this other Amber is currently walking around, she is not the same woman that you knew. Now, it is possible that she does have the same smile and the same nose wrinkle, but at the same time you have to consider that she is a different person. She had a different life, a different upbringing, a different center point in her lifespan that has led her down the path that she has gone down today. In her world, you are the one who died in that interaction against the puppeteer. And, frankly, trying to compare her to what you lost is not fair to either the wife you lost or to yourself. So, in hopes of seeking out this alternate Amber, with the hopes that it is the wife that you lost, I feel is a fool's errand. If you want to seek her out with the understanding she is a different person, that is a different matter. But no, you should not seek her out because you believe you can find what has already been left behind.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I guess I'm just clinging to the past.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. You spent many a year with the woman you call your wife.
Almost a century.
And it is understandable for you to have that same connection with her. However, you need to understand that if you are going to seek a relationship with this alternate, she will while she will be similar, she will not be the same person. Much the same that the Thorgrim that she had will not be the same person that you are.
Yeah, I guess. Thank you. I think I needed to hear that.
Now, I think you need to consider if you are going to seek for a new relationship to determine if, first off, who you would prefer out of the two, and secondarily, quite frankly, I don't believe that polygamy is something you believe in.
I've never had the opportunity, honestly, and I've never really known a lot of polygamous relationships, so I don't know.
So, Until such a point as you have a somewhat understanding of that sort of situation, I would say you need to look inward and determine if you're even ready to have another relationship.
You're right. Maybe I'm just not ready. Thanks, Hubert.
I think saying you aren't ready is one thing, because you haven't really considered the options as of yet.
Yeah. I just need time to think, and I need time to sort out what I really want in my life.
Correct.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Otto walks by.
Yo, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, slow
Oh, just
down,
walked by.
rabbit
She
bro.
goes, I forgot my dad was here.
Okay, well, that was a thing. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna keep you any longer. If you want to go back to your lady, go ahead. I'm gonna go get a drink.
George. George. George.
Yes.
I really
Yeah.
love how Hubert was like, "Do you want me to punch you in the dick, or do you want me to be nice?" No, and Thurgan was just like, "I want you to hit me here, right in the dick," and Hubert's just like, "Okay."
Yeah, okay.
Well, he did a Christian.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, that was probably the right thing he needed to hear, because that's some tough
Doesn't
shit.
make it any less
but-
funny.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, Aura.
And your father is
I
dead.
don't know how to ask this.
Just go ahead and ask it.
She's gonna cross her arms, thinking. I'm just a curious mind. Where can I get a book on tieflings?
Funny.
George will probably raise an eyebrow a little bit, and then he'll think, "Where's the nearest library?"
Uh, the only library you know of in the city belongs to the librarian.
I mean, it's probably the easiest way to get the most information about one is with the librarian.
Can we just take books from there? Or
No.
No, you can't. You'll have to go there and read it. If not, you'll probably have to find a different.
No. George, you know that she only lets you in if you have a knowledge that she does not yet have.
Normally you can't even access the librarian or the library unless you have information that she doesn't have.
uh,
That could be either book, knowledge that you might know that no one else knows, a song, just pretty much anything that she might not know or they might not know.
I have an alternate suggestion, if you don't mind me asking, or don't mind me telling you. If you want to learn about tieflings, and her head very slowly turns to Jubilee.
George also just mentioned you do have a tiefling right there that you can ask about.
There's literally one about 20 feet away from you.
Or if you're really set on wanting to read about one, then that'll be your other best option. Or just looking for any other library in the city.
So do you have to sleep, Julie, or can you stay up all night explaining to me how tieflings work and how they're different from elves?
I do need sleep eventually.
How much do you know about humans?
I have to roll for that?
You can know as much or as little of humans as you want to.
Hold.
Do what?
I know a lot.
Okay. All a tiefling is basically a human, except they're slightly magical.
Are they compatible with elves, I suppose?
Define
Jubilee
compatible.
choking on her drink.
She raises an eyebrow.
Hmm.
To
I
answer
come to
your
ponder this.
Because if you are asking if they can be in relationships, that depends on the personality.
What's that supposed to mean?
If you are asking if one can sire the child of another, yes.
Yeah, that was totally my plan. Mm-hmm.
Now, if you are asking if you can get into a relationship with a tiefling, of course you absolutely can.
No,
So
I'm
long
just writing a romance novel.
as
Hubert
I
loves novels.
as I was saying, you can absolutely they can absolutely be in a relationship together. In fact, just about anything can, so long as the personalities are compatible for the most part.
If you wish for a particularly interesting dynamic in a relationship, perhaps a forbidden love romance novel, I would suggest a tiefling and an Asimar.
Adel will raise her eyebrow will just raise further.
Where can I get this? Where can
his eyebrow will also raise.
What is going on? Jubilee says, confused as all
Jubilee, for
hell.
someone who knows a lot about relationship and compatibility, I think you're kind of blind to something.
No, I know. It's just like, where is this coming from? Is more or less what I'm wondering.
I think it's polite not to pry in it.
I'm an elf.
Sure,
I
I
just like to
get the
have
right
knowledge
to
of all
ask about this
things.
one.
What can I say?
Oh, there you go.
The only reason I mention this is the natural enmity between tieflings and Asimar that is well documented, but not always true. Pointed look to both Jubilee and George.
I mean, yeah, but still kind of hits weirdly close to home.
Are you saying you wouldn't answer? Says Beastie.
Well, now you're just putting words in my mouth.
So you're saying you would?
Looks to George. Not gonna
George
lie,
is just kind of staring
considered
blankly.
it. But I don't know if he's as ever given it a thought.
Beastie would fold her arms and gives a knowing nod. Do not worry. Your children would have very strong thighs.
Thank you.
Very slow turn
Beastie.
to Beastie.
Meanwhile, Beastie secretly just ships random people in the party.
Yes, actually.
Or everybody with everybody.
Is it really a secret anymore?
It's a big poly ship.
More to ponder. Barkeep, I'll take a tea to my room if I could.
He will pour you a cup of tea.
And a cup of ale.
He will set down a mug of ale.
Tea. And she's gonna say this while winking at
Wink,
Fulgrim
wink.
and walk away.
Definitely not going to spike the tea. Nope.
She's gonna start walking to her room with her tome in front of her floating.
You start all screaming, and then we're gonna fight an angel tomorrow.
We're going to be fighting many angels. Oh.
Oh wait, there's like multiple angels.
Wow, you really fucked up, didn't you?
I didn't ask to do that.
She's gonna listen.
Then
Like
why
she's gonna
didn't
hear
you-
that. She's gonna listen outside the door now.
Then why
Pause with this
didn't
tome floating.
you say you didn't want to participate?
Because I like to help my friends.
Then you did willingly agree to fuck up.
Well, I guess it was an agreement in silence, I guess. I don't know.
That's the
Maybe
worst kind of fuck up.
maybe I'll
At
just
least if you're going to fuck up, be loud and proud about it, he says, and Aurora, you swear on your life you hear a miniature explosion from inside the room.
what was that?
Oh, I think I made the bedside table explode.
I might need
How
to
and
post
why?
something to ponder all this information.
Yeah, roll perception to see if Otto hears.
The clanking of two
Or
mugs.
outside.
Sure. Aurora, you need to roll stealth. If it helps at all, you're not wearing heavy armor at the moment because you had no reason to put it on for the day.
A 7, 6.
All right.
Somehow she's still clank, 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 clank.
Walk towards the door and swing it open. Oh. Hi, Aurora.
She's gonna like try and wave, but she has like the two mugs, and she's like focusing on the tome to make sure it floats. She'll just like wiggle her head left and right, and then walk further down the hall to her
Wait.
room.
This
You
isn't
are
my
you
room.
okay?
Sorry. Good day.
Oh wait, this is the wrong room. She'll set her stuff down and begin writing in her book.
That was weird. Huh? But yeah, I guess that it is a fuck up, I guess. Maybe I can like disguise Hoppy as myself and then let him go do it.
Why would you send Hoppy in alone?
He'll have his friends with him.
But he won't have you. Aren't you his friend? You would abandon Hoppy in his time of need?
I don't think it would. Well, that. Yeah, you're right. I think it just a bit works. I've never fought an angel before. Actually, I've been fighting a lot of things I've never fought before in the past few months.
Oh, isn't that so exciting, though?
I guess so.
Yes, it is. It's new experiences. That's why we live in this world, to experience new things.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Also, I don't know if anything is different or if I should be worried. I kind of let Hoppy sit in the water infested by Leyline. I don't know if anything's happened to him since then.
Oh, he's radiating wild magic. I'm sure it's fine.
Wait, what?
No, it's fine.
Wait, he'll look at him again.
Hoppy will
He
look
looks
back at
this-
you.
He looks like he always does.
Maybe to your untrained eyes, but my eyes are trained to see so many different things. And as he says this, he pries his eyes slightly wider open with his thumb and his pointer fingers.
Oh, well then.
Naito.
Then what you've seen? What do you think is the best way to defeat an angel?
Oh, I don't know. I've never fought an angel before.
Huh?
What?
Okay. So wait, would there? You think there'd be a way to, if he is somehow radiating wild magic, think there'd be a way to harness it?
Oh, you'll know if there's a way to harness it. Mostly from the wild magic that comes off of him.
Well, I mean-
I'm sure whenever he explodes in a fiery ball of doom, you'll realize how to do it.
Wait, what?
What? That's
I don't
one
think to himself.
That's one of the side effects of wild magic.
Oh. Huh.
You know, you go to cast a mage hand and then suddenly fireball.
That kind of gives me a very dangerous idea, I guess, that I kind of want to see what happens.
Those are the best kind of ideas.
Okay. And then he will hand Hoppy one of his spell fueling rings.
Hoppy will take it and look at it.
That should have a haste in it, I think. When I say so, use it.
Okay.
I guess we'll see what happens then. Also, we're all out in the lobby talking about what's gonna potentially happen tomorrow. If you want to come and watch,
Oh, I
everyone.
wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, I guess it is kind of enjoyable to see people panic about fighting angels.
Why are you going to panic?
Well, I think they're gonna panic. I'm kind of just in for the fun, in for the thrill of it, I guess, at this point.
Yes, you should have fun with it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to fight an angel, I think. Probably.
Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure the party has done it like 2 or 3 times now.
Chicken line.
Okay. I'm gonna head back over there then. I found out what's wrong with Hoppy. So he approaches the group again.
Something
Hubert.
is wrong, Poppy.
That's concerning.
He is radiating wild magic.
Be
So I
still
gave
That
him-
is concerning.
So I gave him a ring with a spell in it.
Oh, is that why he's been glowing for many days?
I guess so, yeah.
Hey, old blink and look at Hoppy. Is he still glowing?
Yes.
Hubert, did you know he was glowing?
Yes, of course.
I did.
Every day I curse my ability to not be able to detect magic.
Why didn't you say anything?
I thought it was fairly obvious. He glows in the dark.
How did I never notice that?
To be
I think no one has noticed it.
No one has noticed except for Beastie and Hubert. And Beastie's just like, yeah, it's probably nothing.
Yeah, Beastie's like, I'm sure that's fine. Hubert, okay, there's something wrong with this, but nothing's happened yet, so whatever. Actually, it was more than likely with Hubert. It was like, okay, he's very clearly glowing, and everyone else has seen it today. Nobody else noticed. Hubert, I should have probably realized that.
Actually, Otto is theorizing again, which is both a good and a bad idea.
What's your idea?
Do we have any random spell scrolls around?
Let's see.
Not dangerous ones, but just like normal ones at the moment?
I could make one.
That would take a while.
No, it wouldn't.
Like how long?
What level spell do you require?
Just a first level one. It can be something simple like, I don't know, detect magic or identify?
Let me just take a looky-loo. Okay, and Elvie will snap her fingers, and a quill of magical energy will appear in her hand. As usual, a bright electric blue, and she will take a piece of paper out and begin writing. And since it is a level 1 spell, it takes 2 minutes. What spell did you say you wanted?
I guess right now detect magic.
All right, I will write a detect magic scroll, and that will take 2 minutes.
Two minutes later, the scroll is finished.
And I will hand the scroll to Otto.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This might be one that's a bit more weird, but do you have a spellbook by chance?
I have my spellbook.
Can I borrow it for like a few minutes?
I do not particularly feel comfortable doing that. Why do you need it?
I want to see. Well, I'm gonna probably use the spell scroll first, but I kind of want to see if, by chance, if there's a way that Hoppy can cast spells, since he has wild magic.
What am I hearing in the background?
Of who?
I can't tell.
I don't know.
Huh. That's weird.
Well, at this current moment, I only have the one spellbook.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's fine. I can probably just test it with this first. I mean, actually, how exactly do you? I'm trying to think about how most people learn new spells.
Being taught, says Adel.
Yes, typically through schooling.
Some have innate ability.
Yes, that's sorcery, though.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, because isn't sorcery just... Isn't wild magic a part of sorcery more type of magic, or is it just something that's...
It is a subsection of it, yes. When
Huh.
the magic within your blood is more untamed and harder to control.
Huh. Okay. You will then hand Hoppy the spell scroll with detect magic and say, read through this and commit it to memory overnight.
Do
Or
a
as soon as
crime.
you can.
I will try.
And Elvie's going to actually write another scroll of detect magic and is going to put it in her book and learn the spell herself.
Okay.
Because I just realized it's not my spellbook. I might need that.
Well,
Right. Then he'll hand over to Otto, and then Otto will start... Not Otto, fuck, the other way around. He'll hand it over to Hoppy, and then Hoppy will start trying to, in best as he can, memorize the spell detect magic.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh. This is going to be basically downtime until tomorrow. So, what do all of you want to do with your downtime?
okay. I really have to ask. What? Well, I don't know. I guess Ale is going to go into a quiet corner and is going to look at the Blood Moon Scroll.
Okay.
No.
She's not going to cast it. She is not
Good.
casting it. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is up with this thing.
What? Spell scroll.
Yes, but like, we found it in a bag in space. Well, a bag that led to a corpse in space, right? And when Adel gave it to Obitus...
It wasn't exactly a corpse in space, no.
Huh? I thought the bag of holding leads out to space.
You found it in the dungeon of Xanthrogon. It was not on the corpse.
Yeah, but I thought it was... Oh, right, so the corpse was alongside the scroll. It wasn't on the... Okay, thank you. But like, okay, yeah, I remember. So we got it from Xanthagon's dungeon, and she gave it to Obitus for safekeeping, and Xanthagon was like, "No, you take it." Which
No, it reappeared in your inventory.
really?
You don't know why it happened, but it did.
Okay. I was gonna look to Hebrews like, can you cast detect magic on this and see if there's something aside from like if it has another sort of magic applied to it aside from what it already is? It's a
No.
transmutation spell, but it's teleported, so that should be what kind of let's see. That should be Dimension Door is what kind of spell? Conjuration.
My lady, if I may, if it has reappeared in your bag, it is likely cursed, and you cannot detect curses with detect magic.
Ah, right. Meaning I'm going to have to get this checked out by someone, aren't I? Alright. She's gonna get up. Let's go find out what is so cursed about the scroll. He's gonna head out and find... I guess... Wait, no. No, you can't identify curses. Can you? No.
No.
Okay. I guess she's going to try and find a redeemed and see if there's anyone in this city that can identify a curse.
No, it is not possible to identify a curse.
Then how do people find out what a curse is?
You
Use it.
You
get
attune
cursed.
to the item, and then you become aware of what the curse is.
But isn't Adel already attuned to it?
No, you are
No.
not attuned to the scroll.
Okay, hold on. So if she's not attuned to it, but you have to be attuned to it to be cursed, or do you have
Correct.
to? But she gave it away, and it came back. She wasn't attuned to it, but she's still cursed.
Maybe. You don't know.
And okay,
Or
so
it
she
has a-
has to attune to it. All right,
And
Or
you-
it has a mind to it of its own.
that might be a curse.
A sentient being is not a curse, therefore it doesn't follow those same rules.
Well, even then, I don't think you can attune to a magic scroll, can you? And Adel
Not-
try?
You cannot attune to a spell scroll, no.
Then what the fuck? She can't know what the curse is unless she uses it or she's attuned to it, right?
George, at this point, has just been looking up at the ceiling and just leaning back his chair. Is gonna lean for that, look at Ada, and be like, Ada, why do you like you're having a mental breakdown right now?
Not exactly a mental breakdown, I'm just trying to solve a quandary. And I'm having very little help to that effect. And she raises the Blood Moon scroll. This thing came back to me. I'm trying to figure out what is up with this thing. I've had it on my person for a while now, and I feel like using it is definitely a bad idea. But I can't get rid of it in this current state.
Ada, what has happened with every amulet that we have picked up at this point?
But this is a scroll, not an amulet.
Now, listen to my train of thinking. What has happened with every amulet that we've gotten at this point? We either don't want to give it away, or we literally can't give it away. We found this in a dungeon of the person who created the amulets, so wouldn't it make sense that something like the scroll would have a similar property to it, to where whatever living being, this is just a theory, but whatever living being gets possession of it can't really get rid of it
Until it is used.
until it is used or a curse is removed.
Ugh. Wise idea, George. I guess someone would have to remove the curse from me, but even then, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing. It's going to get cursed to me if I keep it on hand.
You could just, if you really want to... Actually, can George remember if the museum allows you to sell things to them or no? Or is it just you have to donate it?
They take donations.
If you really want to be rid of it, we could test, removing a curse off of you, and you can donate it to the museum.
I don't exactly feel comfortable leaving this in the museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Shut up, Indiana.
Who's that guy with the whip?
Ba-ba-da-ba.
I guess I'll just hold on to this for now. It might find some use, but the whole thing about the user shriveling up into a vampire spawn is... Yeah, that's just the parts that concerns me.
I mean,
That
would
only
that
happen
mean...
if you die.
Think about it. Do we know anything about the corpse that we found in the dungeon as well, or did we just think about it as a random corpse?
It's gone now. It got eaten by a weird golden orb thing.
So what do we know where that scroll has come from?
Yeah, it came from a bag of holding that we found in the dungeon. There was body and something else alongside the scroll. Don't remember.
So, if the side effects are... I don't know if this is too much of a... I'm just going to make a roll to see if George would put...
Side effects may include.
would make this theory.
I mean, if you're capable of making it, so technically would George.
Alright. George's still leaning back in the chair and looking up. I could just be going back into overthinking mode here, but if the corpse that came out of the bag was a corpse, and technically that whatever the side effects of that scroll is turning you into a vampire spawn, then what if the corpse, that kind of came out of the bag of holding was the vampire itself?
Maybe. But then the scroll would be used up if that were the case.
No, I mean, more or less, what if there was a vampire who fucked around and found out with the guy, and, he got stuck there with that scroll?
Could always ask the leader of the vampires.
I doubt that he is involved.
Not
Unless
that he's
there's
involved, but
unless there's
but
someone
he
there
might
that
have
has
knowledge
an
on the
amulet
subject.
themselves. Actually, can I see the compass?
Yeah, we'll hand him the compass.
First, take the compass, and real quick, what amulets all do we know about at the moment?
Paladin, Ranger / Druid, Barbarian, Sorcerer? No, not Sorcerer. Okay, who has one? Thorgrim has... How many amulets does Thorgrim have?
Okay, let me simplify. What ones do we not have or know about at all at the moment?
I don't know. That's simplifying it.
How many amulets has Xanthagon even?
It's based on people's skill sets, so there's one for Druidic magic. Have we found one? Do we know about one for a Ranger?
Not exactly, no.
We know about one for an Artificer. So the ones that we have missing is Ranger, Wizard, and...
Not that I want to spoil this. You already have the Ranger one.
Yeah, I remember now. We did get the Ranger one. That was the one we thought was the Druid one. Because she was a Ranger, not a Druid. So the ones that we don't have is Druid, Sorcerer, Artificer.
No, I mean the ones that we don't know about, like, at all.
Okay. Yeah, the ones we don't know about is Fighter and... Hold up, I gotta look at all the D&D classes
Pretty sure.
real quick.
Was it Fighter and Wizard? I feel like we haven't...
Rogue, too.
Fighter, Wizard, and Rogue. Alright.
Barbarian.
No, we
Because
know who the Barbarian is.
But you don't know where it is. So I'm going to count that as being unaccounted for.
Yeah. But we're just trying to specify, like, ones that we, I guess, don't know where they are or who they are in possession of.
Okay, so we don't know the Monk, the Paladin, the Fighter, the Cleric.
No, we know the Paladin one. We have the Paladin one.
Oh, sorry. So Monk, Druid, Fighter, Cleric, Rogue, Wizard, Warlock?
I have the Warlock one.
Ah, okay.
So George is
Bard.
going to look at the
Oh,
amulet.
God. Oh, Masters, Jesus.
George's going to look at the amulet.
I
and
was
is
worried
gonna
about that one, but he seems like we haven't gotten there yet.
Well, I doubt this person would be in one place, but if you look at the amulet, and he's gonna want to find where the rogue amulet is at.
Right behind you.
Sneak attack.
Hold on.
Gentlemen,
I
Pornography starring Azazel will be the second one.
Oh my god, no.
what are you, president of his fan club?
fucked.
All right. So George, as you focus on the amulet of the rogue and you look at the compass, you watch the compass for a minute and then it disappears.
What the fuck?
Honey,
And you are fully aware it has been stolen from you.
How? When? How? What?
What? George is gonna fucking.
yes, the wrong question.
Hmm.
Wait, huh?
Someone just stole. George is gonna pop out of his chair. Someone stole the compass.
Edel's going to flip on her invisibility goggles and look around.
Elvie immediately stands up and like buries her face in her hands. Ah!
Jubilee is immediately on defense mode around Adel.
George, who are you trying to track?
The person who had possession of the rogue amulet.
So you were trying to track a master thief with something that leads them to anything they want.
Oh my god. Alright.
Give me a
Who has
position, Adel.
Who has the amulet that increases their rogue-ish abilities.
Almost like a ghost.
Alright. Adel is going to cast Scry on the amulet. Sorry, the
Compass.
compass.
Okay. You as you scry, your orb will appear, and it is in a dark environment, and you see a robed figure currently looking the compass over. They have a mask over their face as they are seeming perplexed, mostly because as it doesn't appear they know how to use it yet.
Any
Are there
descriptors?
any... What kind of mask is this? Is there any that they've seen before?
They are wearing a hood that is covering their face.
Okay. Is there anything in the environment with any signifying features?
There are a lot of skeletal remains.
Cool.
Is this
God damn it!
a place we have been before?
No.
Okay, I was thinking it was the crypt back in the dwarven town.
Okay, so is there anything around here that can give a hint as to where it is or what is going on or things like that?
Perception.
While they're doing that, Jubilee will ask George. Is
Yo!
there any...
Yes!
As you are moving the orb around, the most distinct thing you see as you pan the orb all around is what appears to be a grand castle sculpted out of bones of what you presume to be dead dragons, as the main castle gate appears to be the skull of a long since decomposed dragon.
Well, remember that northern
Mother
kingdom that
of
was
mercy.
genocided?
Okay. Well, Ale is going to cut out the scry and is going to shake her head. He is in the north. In the dragon graveyard. Because he is in a castle made out of a dragon skeleton.
Skolois just slowly stands up.
Ada will make a motion for him to sit down. We will deal with that after we deal with Azazel, Barbiel, and Ramiel tomorrow.
I haven't been to my homeland in a while. But are you telling me someone has desecrated my ancestors?
Yes.
Lord Draco have mercy on them, because I sure as hell won't. This is like a silent fury from Skillois right now. And that's a very scary thing.
Father?
I'm not running off.
No, I simply ask a request.
Yes.
May I disintegrate one of them for you? Whoever caused this must die.
I'm just going to assume, for now, that maybe it was constructed out of necessity. However, if it is not, you may fire at will.
It may not
that is not the case.
It may not have even been them that made the castle to begin with.
That's why I'm withholding my judgment right now.
But if
that said, it's still a very upsetting thought and sight.
But if it is proven that they are, well, mercy shall not be given.
Again, I am withholding judgment right now, because for all I know, the current occupants may not have constructed it, or it's just shelter to them. In which case, I am not going to hold them accountable. That said, I will be making sure they treat it with respect at the very least. Because if not, like I said, Lord Draco have mercy on their souls. Jubilee's just kind of scooting behind Adel as Skillois is talking. He is way more scary when he's calm.
Thorgrim is going to order 2 beers, is going to move to George's table, and is going to slide one of the beers toward him.
He is continuing to tap along the table.
What's up?
It fucking happened again. It fucking happened again. Why does this always happen?
Hey, George, what's your passive perception check?
His passive perception is a 13.
All right. So, all right. That's all I needed to know.
I was gonna say, you don't want anyone else in the party?
I mean, you guys can tell me if you want to, but
Jubilee's is a 22.
Okay.
Fuck.
In that case,
Jubilee is hypersensitive, aware of things.
Okay, so the magic number is 19 or above.
Ooh, so close.
I made sure Jubilee was very perceptive, so her passive is very high.
LV is 1 shy. Shit.
Look, when you're the daughter of a gangster, you gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Oh, totally.
Jubilee, unbeknownst, I don't think anybody else has a passive perception that high, do they?
I have 25.
You're not
But
here.
you
You're
ain't
in your
there!
Yeah.
Fucking what a way to go drink tea and write fucking fanfiction.
Fortunately,
No,
I am
I'm
covering this.
trying anatomy of a tiefling and trying to understand horns and how they work.
She's
not
drawing
much better.
pornography.
All right.
The pornography
She'd have
starring
to be
Azazel
old.
is
She's
real
tired.
after all.
So, Jubilee, as you're watching and with a very annoyed George tapping the table, you watch as a necklace is formed around his neck, seemingly without him feeling it, with the compass hanging from it and a note strapped to it that says, "This thing brokey," as if the person who stole it has returned it.
What?
Brokey?
I walk up to George and literally hold the compass up to his face that's around his neck.
George is actually just gonna look dumbfounded at the moment, be like, what the
Seems like whoever took this from you couldn't make it work and thus returned it. Also, that seems like maybe they're kind of a unintentional pickpocket, if that makes sense. Like, what's the word I'm looking for when you have a compulsion to steal things?
Kleptomaniac.
Thank you. That's the thing.
I
So that
Okay.
problem solved itself.
yeah. I mean, he'll look at the note. This thing He's then just gonna take a piece of the beer and just chug it down in one go.
A piece of the
There we
beer.
Only
Hold
a
on,
piece.
what the hell?
He's gonna take the mug of beer and chug it down in one go.
There we go.
I gotta head out early today.
Unintentionally threw.
I have some stuff I have to go do that kind of came up.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
So I will
fine.
not be here for the fight. I figured that might happen.
I doubt it's gonna happen this session.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
we've got
then
an hour
that's
and a half.
good. I'm gonna be drawing a
Hey,
very accurate tiefling.
hey,
anatomy.
if it's any consolation, whenever you come back next week, they will undoubtedly still be in the middle of the fight.
Likely.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I could just be on the sideline waiting to give aid to whoever gets their ass kicked.
Also, I'm just surprised that you didn't ask Jubilee to model.
There is a
I'm
second
Oh
very
wait,
piece
yeah, I
close
figured
up.
actually. 1 second before I have to.
Oh, well, there we go.
She's just gonna
Suddenly
like
the thought occurs
abruptly
to him.
walked in, ignoring everyone else real quick.
Hello.
And whatever pose you're in, she's just gonna start looking at you and then looking at the tome again, her notebook.
Roll sleight of hand.
Got, I was gonna say,
Okay, one
her pose is
second.
like she's got one hand on the table, leaned forward, holding the necklace of George, nonetheless. So this is not helping the case of Asimar
does that have
and
to be
Tiefling
sleight of
thing.
hand? Oh my god,
We've accidentally made a scene for her.
Oh God.
why does that have to be a sleight of hand? I just like being silly.
Hold on. Do you by chance have proficiency in any type of artisan's tools?
I wish I did, because that's so much fun. No, because I had to min-max, because JP's like, oh, take Sentinel. Sentinel's great.
Those are tools, not feats. What?
Yeah, they
some
don't
feats
interfere
give
with
you
each other.
proficiencies and shit. Like, I wanted RP ones, and you're like, no, get fucking Sentinel.
JP, what's wrong with you?
You didn't even take Sentinel.
I do have Sentinel. It's on my sheet.
I don't see it. Oh, there we go.
Terrible. I hate this feat.
Okay, so get rid of it and get another one.
It's an artisan one. Feats. I know there's a feat.
DM said, yeah, fuck that shit.
If you don't want it, don't take it.
No,
Don't listen to
it's
JP.
It's so
Hi.
good.
Don't even fucking start.
It's so good. Luna. Min-max.
No.
What the fuck is this?
Here is something from your DM. You can technically start with an artisan's tool proficiency just off the bat, no matter what
How?
your background is.
I would love to,
Because the DM
I like
said
her
so.
drawing stuff. Oh, okay, yeah.
DM said, fuck that,
Please.
you're getting
Like,
this.
It's literally part of your background making. You can just choose to have a proficiency in an artisan's tool.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah,
know
actually,
that.
an artist's background is a thing.
Yeah, but you don't even have to take the artist background. You can just take a tool proficiency. You have to technically drop something like a language or I think one of your skill proficiencies, but yeah, you can just absolutely just take a tool proficiency if you want to.
Yeah, I want proficiency in drawing. What would that? Is there a tool for that? I guess
I'm gonna say it's
Artist
artisans.
tools.
artist tools. Okay, yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
proficiency
Yeah,
in
that's
that.
it's a
So
tool
what is
set.
that? I'd add that, I guess.
So that would allow you to add your proficiency modifier in any situation that it would be relevant in. So in this instance, you would add your proficiency modifier and it would make it an 18 instead of a 13.
Okay, yes.
Which an 18 will be a fairly straightforward, decent drawing.
We've accidentally given you a fanfic scene, though.
Well, she's just like not saying anything, drawing you right now. And then she's gonna. Well, the pen's still floating, and she's gonna have it floating next to her. She's gonna hold out the tome with like the right hands, and then kind of turn it right, and then look at both the tome that she was writing in, and then you. And then with the other hand, grab the pen and then walk away.
I think Jubilee just notices at the end, like, okay. Still holding the compass on the end of the chain. Did I miss
Alright.
something?
That's my night.
All right.
Everyone, have fun with that.
Au
I'm gonna
revoir.
keep drawing random shit.
Have a good night.
Now then, as for the rest of you,
Time to torture the rest of you.
Okay, George is going to
That
give
elf is
the.
strange.
George is going to proceed to give the amulet back to Adel.
compass.
The compass,
The compass back to Adel.
which is now on a chain, though. But yes.
Ada will take it and put it in her pocket, and we'll just like look at both of them and say, "Do not try that rogue."
Yep,
I
understood.
think you're the only one who can, but okay.
Don't use any magical means to find them. None of you.
Didn't you use a magical means to find them?
That was this, she says while gesturing to the compass. Not him. And even then, I think he was distracted.
No, that was no. I think you're getting it confused the other way around. Don't use items to find them rather than magical means.
No, I meant both.
Oh. Well, either way, I'm not gonna be using that unless we actually are looking for amulet users because I don't. So you guys understand what I was trying to do? I was trying to see if any of the amulet holders were in the vampire area or vampire kingdom.
Well, we now know one's in the former dragon area.
Whether or not he
That's
stays
something
there.
we didn't know.
But yes, it is valuable information.
Well, I don't know. Why would you go there randomly? It seems like maybe that's it. That definitely is a familiar place for them.
For now, if we really want to focus on the Puppet Master, we can put the amulet situation on the back burner since at the moment I don't think there's any chance of him coming in here since we also have possession of them and most of them are kind of just spread out, so.
Well, says Adel, all following on. This is only an option, but it is an option that is available nonetheless. We could ask Xanthagon to help as well.
They'll be making a deal with the demon, and that is probably the worst option.
Not exactly a deal. I do agree with you, making a deal with him is the worst option. But I feel Xanthagon would not like the idea of someone going around destroying all the realms when he wants to bring the realms into his being.
I understand that, but at the same time, he could just make a deal that can literally state he can have one thing that he wants out of everyone here or something like that, or any deal that could probably be his own, to his benefit, which could be, once we're done with this, we have to summon them here.
I agree. Which is why, if we do go with that option, we refuse to make a deal. We just say you're going to help us with this or not. Most likely he won't, but there is a chance he might.
Then go for it.
Oh.
You already have a way to speak to him, so.
Not what I was expecting, but alright. And then she will shut her eyes, and will try to contact Xanthagon.
He does not reply to you.
Okay, that was weird. I guess she's going to... Wait, did he not... it didn't reach him, or he didn't reply?
He didn't reply. He's probably busy.
That fills me with worry, and I don't know why. Well, if the puppeteer was like, yo, we got this... I got the exact same idea. Yo, Xanthagon, let's make a deal. It won't matter if I destroy the realms. I want to pay you back.
That would be kind of terrifying if that was what
That
was the
fucking
case.
would be. I would hope that Xanthagon wouldn't fall for something like that, but you never know.
I mean, is this in character or out of character?
Out of character.
Okay. George's gonna say, Just gonna be leaning in his chair, looking up at the ceiling again.
Sorry, can you say that again?
No, George just went back to leaning in his chair and looking up at the ceiling again.
Alright. Alice going to open her eyes as she couldn't get in contact with him. He must be busy.
George is gonna stop leaning in his chair for a second. It's like, that's kind of terrifying.
I agree.
We haven't talked to Tempest in a while.
I still don't think talking to him is a good idea.
It's been a long time, and I'm starting to worry that he's festering in his anger.
Alright. I was going to it.
I mean, I'm not trying to tell you to do anything, but maybe we just remember that.
I think before you send a sitting, you should scry him to see where he's at.
Alright. It'll try and scry Scalodius. I mean, Tempest.
Hello?
You cannot scry him.
Okay, she's going to try and send Ascending.
You cannot send Ascending to him either.
Oh boy. Well,
Non-detection.
yeah, unless I use that ley line, I can't get into contact or scry him.
What about...
Oh dear.
Never mind.
What about who?
No, I was going to make a somewhat dangerous suggestion.
Well, we could, if you're talking about Mark, that is an option. Or, we could try and scry Zoblu.
Who is... That could be a good, actual good option then, I guess.
Alright, gonna try and scry Zoblu.
Cannot scry him either.
Okay, so it's an area of effect thing. Got it.
Or they're dead.
Was there anything in possession of either of them that we could track?
Hold on. Idle is going to try and scry Rashi.
The scrying orb will appear, and you see Rashi currently sitting on a mound of dead goblins. And it appears he is swallowing one whole.
Wow. Okay.
Full throating a fucking goblin.
Does he have his shield on him?
Yes.
Does he have a sword on him?
Yes.
Is it the same sword he used when we fought him before? Or is it... Okay. It'll show off the screen. Alright. Well, Doblu is fine. Most likely. And, yeah.
Have you tried scrying Tempest's Island, maybe?
I don't think that will work, but you'll try scrying the island.
It fails.
Okay. Yeah. So Zoblu is fine. We can't... And it seems like Tempest has just put something on his entire island that stops it from being scryable.
Alright.
Also, apparently you can eat goblins whole.
What?
I mean, that's some good mouth skills, I guess.
He is a lizard.
I mean, I know, but seeing someone eat someone the size of Beastie whole was... Yeah. I didn't know how to react to that.
Well,
Beastie's gonna walk over. Send him a sending saying that we still have to talk. Ada looks at Beastie like she's crazy.
Do not send him a sending yet.
Well, he said we were gonna talk and he hasn't spoken to me in weeks.
We'll talk when we're ready to talk to him.
I want to talk to him.
Does anyone else here want to talk to him?
He said when we're ready to talk to him, not when we want to. We're not ready yet.
I'm ready.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I just want to talk to him.
Yeah, but you haven't even finished the fight that we're getting into tomorrow. One
Beastie
thing at a
huffs.
time, Beastie.
And who's to say you'll even let me talk to him when we win that fight?
Who's to say I won't?
You! He points at him. You said that you would train me if I found a torture rack, but no one sells any of those. And
Then
me,
make one.
then tell me how to make one.
Well, you'll need wood. You'll need to build a table. Then you'll need to build a wheelie system attached to 2 ropes, so that you can tie ropes to a person's ankles and then their hands. And then whenever you pull the wheel, it stretches them out. It's very simple.
Beastie narrows her eyes as she looks at Hubert. The smart bandana was making me think that you just didn't want to train me.
If you manage to do what I have said to do in order for me to train you, I will train you. But you haven't even tried to do that, have you?
Beastie will huff and will go out to get supplies to make a torture rack.
Just imagine the conversation. Be like, "Hello, I'm looking for materials for a torture rack."
Basically.
I'll think for a second. Oh, in that case, I'm gonna see what's happening. Is he is going to try to scry Mark.
It fails.
He's gonna try to scry Hunter Max's score.
It fails.
You can't scry anything that's on the island.
I know, but if we somehow was to if somehow was to be able to scry something, it would have meant that Mark is on the move.
I have a feeling we will know when he's on the move.
However, I'm going to try one more thing.
Oh no.
He's going to try to scry Supreme.
You successfully scry Supreme. He's currently in his workshop working on something.
Fuck. He typically immediately just shoots Adel scries. What's so special about George?
Then he will cut the scry.
Oh, I see. That's why.
George is going to look over to Adel and say, I don't know if he wants to talk still, but Supreme is back in his workshop.
He hasn't left his workshop, rather. I will send a sending to Supreme saying, Hello, Supreme. Are you in a mood where you're willing to communicate now?
Not interested.
I just want to know...
Not interested.
What are you trying to fight?
And then he doesn't reply.
Oh, fucking course. Okay. Elle just shakes her head. Ugh. Yep. As per usual, he is not willing to talk.
George is going to look over to Elvie and is going to say, Elvie?
Yes. She's
How long would it
currently
take?
ready. She's currently writing on pieces of paper and not even looking at you, but she is verbally responding.
Are you able to create a sending scroll?
If you give me a moment.
Okay.
I'm currently crafting 2 scrolls, one for enlarge reduce and one for sunbeam.
Okay. Once you are finished, let me know.
Which will take 14 minutes. Then I will create a sending scroll for you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
And then 12 to 14 minutes later, you finish doing that.
Alright, and then I begin working on the sending scroll, which I believe is a 4th level. Just gotta...
We'll just say you finish it already.
Okay. And
Just
then
for simplicity's sake.
when done, I will hand the scroll to George. Or I'll hold it out and expect George to take it.
Yep. George will take it and it'll use it to... After a while, we'll use it to send a sending to Supreme saying, Hello, Supreme. It's George. Just wondering how you're doing after everything.
If I wasn't interested when Adel Sarday messaged me, I'm not interested when you are either.
Well, I'm not really asking you to do anything. I'm just checking up on you.
And I'm still not interested in replying.
It's understandable, but I just want you to know I have lost family as well, so I can relate, and I'm here if you want to talk.
He does not reply.
And he'll just not say anything else.
I love that you're enjoying with everyone being so obtuse, Jordan.
It's just really funny to me that it's like, I'm not interested in talking, and then not only did one person try it, 2 people have tried it.
It's like when you're watching a cartoon and they're going door to door, and you just see a sequence of door slams.
Well, it's as if there's some sort of quest or something that is building up, and people are trying to find out information about the threat so that they are better prepared, and the only source of information about said threat is like, fuck off.
Okay, so
It's almost like clearly trying and sending to him isn't going to work.
I fucking know, and I have tried not to, but everyone keeps asking her to.
You can say no.
That wouldn't. I know this party. If she said no, they do it themselves.
Then let them do it themselves.
Oh, if we want to know what's going on with Supreme or with Tempest, we'd have to go there physically, and good luck with that.
I mean, George would say, eventually once we get done with Puppet Master, we can look into all the other issues once the biggest threat is done, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna make sure BC doesn't get arrested while looking for materials for a torture act. Or taken away and questioned.
or both.
So, what's... I've asked this once already, but once again, what's everyone doing with their downtime?
He is going to buy materials to make a torture rack.
Are you stating that is what their purposes will be for?
No.
Is Beastie smart enough to know she needs to lie about this?
Also no.
Yes.
Okay. Then people will sell you some lumber and some gold, or some ropes for 30 gold.
They'll sell you gold?
Alright. Beastie will return. Roommate, show me how to make the thingy.
He just looks to you and says, I do not have carpenter's tools.
Beastie is going to go and buy carpenter's tools.
As she walks out, I'll also be like, if she has, I could have just given her some of my tools.
God damn it.
Technically, she should be asking you to make the rack, but for some reason she thinks I have any artistry skills in that manner.
No, that too. And he's doing that. I'll look over to Hoppy, say, how are things coming along, Hoppy?
I cannot do magic.
What do you mean?
I cannot do magic.
Come with me for a second. He's going to walk into the storage area. Actually, no, he's going to first go up to the barkeeper and say, can we use the storage area real quick?
I guess.
Thank you. Then he'll go in there and will... I know you can't cast it, but are you able to at least use the scroll?
No.
Huh.
In order to use spell scrolls, you have to be capable of casting magic. I am not.
Huh. That's interesting. If that since you're starting with wild magic, that'll at least be able to push you past that, but I guess we'll know if something happens then, I guess. Maybe it's when a spell is... Huh. I may have an idea for tomorrow, but I don't know if it's going to be a good one or a bad one.
Oh no.
Otto will then walk up to the group and say, I've come up with the theory that could help us tomorrow, maybe.
Do tell.
If you guys need something to happen to maybe cause a distraction, cast magic on Hoppy.
What?
The law of randomness.
Yep. I figured since he's... Well, it's just a theory, but if he's surging with wild magic, then maybe a spell getting cast on him could trigger the wild magic.
That sounds like,
Well, I don't mean just do it willy-nilly. I think mostly if you just need something to happen, I guess.
Are you thinking as a last resort then?
Yeah, for the time being.
Curious.
Alright. Beastie, you cannot find any carpenter's tools for sale in the city.
are there any for borrow?
No.
Are there any that she could commission to build something?
It is getting late in the evening, and most everyone are going home for the night, so no.
Beastie's gonna walk back in a huff.
Looks like George will make his way back.
No one sells carpenter's tools.
It is late, though that is unsurprising.
Anyway, I see Otto shuffling through his bag.
Beastie's gotta look to Otto. Oh boy, Beastie. He's gotta walk over and dump the stuff at his feet. We need your help to make a torture rack.
Eh?
Me need your help to make a torture rack, she says slowly.
Oh. Okay.
Thanks, Bag.
And Otto using... Wait a sec, I just need to find the thing here. What are the tools needed for a torture rack?
Carpentry.
Alright, Otto's going to... That's one I've never used yet so far. He's going to use... right tool for the job, as he is going to create some carpenter's tools.
As you do, the bartender will look to you both and go, please do not make a torture rack inside my inn.
Then where can we make it?
Can't you make it later? Don't you have something you have to prepare for?
Me need to be ready for the thing tomorrow, and me will be prepared when me do the training that Gloomy does.
We're not going to be able to train tonight, Beastie. You have to sleep.
We can also probably just do it on our travels as well, since we have the materials now for one.
Fine.
Speaking of being ready, George says he's going to... I am heading to sleep.
Sweet dreams, George.
Yeah, me too. Night, guys.
Otto will also go back to his dad after everyone looks to be heading to bed. This is gonna be like, hey Dad, I'm gonna be making a torture rack soon.
Wonderful! What kind?
I don't know. BC just asked for a torch. This wants my help with the torture rack.
The possibilities are endless.
Have you made a torture rack before?
Yes.
This
Huh.
time I'm just waiting for that professor to say good news, everyone.
How did you get? Before I go to sleep, can you kind of just describe to me how you did it?
No.
Oh,
Otherwise, it'll keep your mind occupied and you won't be able to sleep for your fight tomorrow.
yeah, I guess that's true. And you will in the bed and also go to sleep.
And
I'm also
that
trying to
be-
figure out if there's a way for me to get Hoppy to harness the wild magic he has.
Why don't you just install him with magic?
I can do that.
He says to that.
Huh. I might know someone who might know about that then. Let them say that, and then we'll go to sleep.
Your father will also go to sleep.
DM, can I ask a question?
You, of course, can.
May I make a check to, or would I just know if angels are immune to being stricken with fear?
You will have to roll a history.
Histoire, okay. Eh.
They are immune to the following conditions: charmed, exhaustion, frightened, and poisoned.
Unfortunate. I was thinking of doing something really funny. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Or at least to your knowledge. But this varies between angel to angel.
Of course. But if that is the blanket immunity list for, any and all angels, then it's safe to assume at least one of them, if not all of them, will be immune to the same set of things.
It is the immunity set for high tier angels, which you assume them to be.
Very, yes. um, I'm just trying to see if there's any more cool things I want to scry into my book, because truth be told, I kind of forgot I could do this.
Well, you have gotten through your downtime for the day, so if you're going to do anything, it'll have to be one quick thing.
Define quick. How many minutes?
I don't know. Just tell me what you want to do, and I'll say if you have enough time.
It will take 12 minutes.
Sure.
I want to scry one more spell into my book.
Okay.
Okay. It is a 6th level spell called Contingency.
And what of Adel and Jubilee?
I was just chilling for now a bit in thought.
Jubilee's kind of just waiting, just watching over and hanging out until we decide to go to bed.
You fought Ramiel and Hubert. What do you think our chances are of tomorrow?
If I was If I was fighting her at the time, at my same skill level when I first fought her, very poor.
And now?
I am uncertain.
Hmm.
In a one-on-one fight, I think we would beat her fairly easily.
But there is Azazon Barbiel in the mix.
Correct. And
Yes.
I am unaware of what they are capable.
We have seen Barbiel fight, though he got very easily defeated since he was blindsided. She pauses and then looks to Hubert. You can use that, can't you?
Use what?
Barbiel gets hyper-focused on things. That's his weakness.
I really think you're overthinking that. He'll be focused on the fight at hand.
I see.
The only reason he was distracted was because he was having an argument with us. Not only that, we also didn't know that his assailant was there, so...
Yeah, we were caught off guard as well. Alright, never mind then. Oh, I was gonna get up and head off to bed. She couldn't think of anything.
Jubilee is not making the same mistake she did last time.
And once I'm done copying the spell into my book, LV will also retire to her room.
Alright.
I believe that's everybody.
Yes. Now, we will see how the evening goes.
Oh god.
Because there was an event that was supposed to happen this evening, but the person that it was going to happen to left, so...
Oh, well.
Oh, oh shit.
So, random event time, I guess.
Random bullshit go.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh well.
Alright. So...
And we're gonna have to pay for it later.
Alright.
Most likely.
Nothing of interest occurs through the evening, and you all wake up on the day of your fight with 3 angels.
Looks like we got a safe roll.
Are we rolling the D100s, or does it matter?
You guys can just all get up at the same time for this one.
Cool.
George, in the meanwhile, is going to go over to Thorgrim's room. Or not just Barton's room, he's going to knock on his door.
Yeah?
Can I come in, Thorgrim?
Yeah, hang on. Thorgrim will get up and will let George in.
Thank you.
What's up?
If you don't mind, can I borrow, well, can I use, can I count on his fingers how many people are in the party? Uh, 180 gold.
Why?
I'm going to ask the barkeep to make ambrosia for everyone.
But what?
Ambrosia, it's one of our best dishes here in Haven. It actually is really good and revigorating.
Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, sure. Hang on. Dig into bag, pull out 180 gold, plunk it in George's hands. Here you go.
Thank you. Kind of just holds it with both hands as he kind of just makes his way over to the barkeep.
Ba-ba-bum.
Sorry to make your morning really busy, barkeep, but can I get 9 ambrosias?
He'll just shrug before beginning to get to work. And will eventually make 9 ambrosia.
Sweet.
All right, I'll hand him 180 gold. For argument's sake, I'll just say, George probably left 2 ambrosia for Aurora and Mara Vesta.
Yeah.
No, they're not here.
Oh shit!
Oh well, too bad.
He's got 2 extra ambrosia. ambrosia.
I mean,
We'll
I'll
go
take
and
'em.
leave one for Otto's dad.
Okay.
It's not like they're gonna be able to eat the ambrosia mid-fight. And then he'll leave out all that for them.
Ooh.
Have some himself. And that'll be it.
Alright.
As I walk out, say, "Oh, I think this was for you, Dad." And he'll lay the ambrosia by the table.
Phyllis, what is it? He says, and then will immediately take a bite without waiting for an answer.
Oh, also, if you want to watch, well, I guess you already said you were going to watch, but it's going to be at the arena.
He will nod to this and then will disappear.
Oh, okay. We'll just.
Knowing your dad, he teleported to the arena.
Oh,
I'll let them go and sit down and also have themselves some ambrosia.
Alright.
And George will hand out some more to everyone else.
You know, I'm not really one for sweets, but this stuff is real good.
I guess it's what some people call a delicacy. I'm not too sure.
Thurgrim kind of looks up and he's got like a bunch of bunches of fluff and stuff on his beard.
And at the moment, Phenom is burbed, so.
Oh my god, burp.
Burb.
What about Scalodius and Jubilee Chaos?
yeah. Dozed off there for a moment.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah. Well, Skilodius come down. He'll be enjoying. He'll be partaking in the ambrosia. Excuse me. Jubilee will be waking up, I guess, and doing her morning stretches and looking around.
Hubert is sipping his coffee and awaiting both you and Adelsarday to wake up.
The elf didn't. I was gonna say, Aurora didn't come in here and try to draw me again, did she?
Maybe. Who am I to stop an artist from her art?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Exactly.
I mean, on the one hand, not a very secure thing to do, but on the other hand, weirdly kinky. I'm just gonna have a cup of coffee and think on this.
George hasn't been purchasing everyone ambrosia, so go
Oh,
enjoy
that sounds
that while you
lovely.
can.
Maybe we should wait for the lady to wake up first.
That is
I'm already
entirely.
awake, says Adel.
Oh, good morning.
She opens one of her eyes. Morning.
Apologies if I woke you up with my conversation with Hubert.
I was already awake. I've been awake for the past couple of hours. I just meditated.
So you did hear what Hubert just said.
Character, yes. Player, no. What did he say?
He said he may or may not have let Aurora in to draw Jubilee while she slept.
Okay. Yes, I heard him.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Angel Sade would have been awake whenever it happened.
Yes. But you didn't ask for my permission to let her in.
And you've told me multiple times you want me to be my own person, right?
He's got me there,
think you-
Jubilee.
I think he's just trying to get another lady in the bed with us.
Well, I will have to... He paused. Well, Hubert is his own person. But if he does get someone else, then they'll have to take the floor.
Quite. Sips coffee. Apparently, George has purchased breakfast for all of us.
George has been buying ambrosia for everyone.
What is ambrosia?
It is the delicacy of this city.
Is it vegetarian?
I would assume so. It's made of mostly vegetables.
I see.
Fruits, sorry.
I think it's a sweet. It's a dessert more than anything, but
Oh, it starts
Again,
to
I-
freshen up.
It
Dessert
is
for
all-
breakfast.
I'm also fairly certain it has cream in it, so if you do not enjoy cream...
Ah, so it's not gluten-free. That's unfortunate.
You're reminding me so much of one of my real life friends, and it's concerning.
I mean, now you're saying stuff on purpose, Hubert. Talking about cream in front of Adel Sarday.
Oh my god.
I was just joking. I'm fine with gluten.
I know. I'm just having a little fun myself.
Well, let's not keep them waiting. After freshening up, out Adel steps.
Jubilee will join her. Nope. No, close enough. Can't be bothered to remember the command.
Jubilee just like leans over the back of the chair. Sup?
I also can't. I also don't want to reach my keyboard. So
In the corner, Beastie's just doing... like...
questionable things.
No, shut up. She's doing squats, push-ups, suicides. I think that's what those are called. No, burpees. Burpees, not suicides.
So suicides
this-
is an exercise, though.
Yes. I feel like committing suicide when I do a burpee, so, But...
It's the run back and forth thing.
Yeah.
Where you run to the ground, run back. That's called a suicide.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, it's a legit exercise thing.
No,
It's
I'm
just-
aware
it's
what that is. I just
It's called
didn't
that because you
understand.
do it until complete exhaustion.
Ugh.
Yeah. But, yep, Beastie's just doing a bunch of warm-ups.
Apparently, Roll20 deleted my arena map, so now I have to do damage control and go find a new arena map.
I mean,
Hold
worst
up,
case
hold up.
scenario, we could just hold it up for next week, so that would give you time to get the arena.
I think I might have one... No, I deleted it. I just had a random map on my laptop desktop, and I have no idea why. Oh wait, no. It's on my PC desktop, ain't it? It is! Hold up, I got one for you.
think I found the exact one that I need.
Alright, never mind.
Oh, excellent.
But send me the one you have in case it's better.
I'm not sure.
Meow.
Well, that's a little bland, unfortunately.
A little bland.
Whoops. Fair enough. But yeah, we could like do next week because I do feel myself starting to fade
Rapidly
here.
fading.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I still
both
need
of you
food.
Hold on.
Mm.
I cannot end it with you guys just being in the tavern.
Why not though?
I refuse.
Okay.
He wants to end on a cliffhanger.
However, if I do get outvoted here, we will wait.
Ugh.
We're good, at least getting out of the tavern, at least.
Good.
I'll give you that much. Ugh.
Same what happens when we get to the arena. Oh, God.
Lose myself control. Cry myself to sleep.
You do what now?
You too?
Not sure.
What? I was singing my happy song. What's wrong?
It involves
that was your
trying to
what?
sleep.
Hey, I also said that it was a dancey day. Come on. You need to pay attention to the whole song.
Well,
Right.
we could if we could hear the whole thing.
Now, you don't need to hear it all. I wanna do it all.
Thankfully, I don't have to get up early for work tomorrow. Just got an afternoon shift.
I have to get up at 9.
I think I'm gonna be taking tomorrow off.
I do have enough PPTO I could take tomorrow off if I really wanted to.
I do not have enough PPTO to take tomorrow off, so.
I don't.
You
I don't
gotta
want to
save it for the
though.
week so I can visit you.
Alright. I now have the Colosseum ready.
Yay!
Who is this Collis and why does he see him?
Well, no, he misspoke. He said, Colin, I see him.
Who is this them that Collis sees?
So, are you guys... So, with 25 temporary HP for everyone who ate the ambrosia,
Yeah.
I need a sound off for everyone who ate the ambrosia.
Yes,
Yeah.
for Beastie, yes,
Yes.
for Adel.
Yes,
George, yes,
yes.
Otto.
Big yes on both ends.
Adel is going to make sure Hubert eats some. If he says no, she will order him to.
He's already eaten his.
I don't fucking know. Sometimes he's just, Hubert sometimes, Certain times of the day, Hubert decides to Hube.
Huber's
Shouldn't
gonna
eat too
Hube.
much.
Hubie.
Oh my God, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
Now I've infected you, man.
no, brainworm, no.
Infected with what?
You don't want to.
The what?
Duh.
Huh?
I dare not say it.
Chaos?
VTubing things.
What VTubing things? I'm a VTuber. You better tell me.
Hubie.
Oh, Yubi. Good old
I said
Corone.
but I said Hubie. So.
Hubert says Corone would definitely be something.
It would indeed be something.
Actually, no. With Corone, Corone is just Hubert, but with a happier personality, to be honest.
Much happier.
So, do you guys head to the Colosseum?
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, the
seems-
frightening thing is a ditzy child of Hubert and Adel would just be Corone.
Oh my Jesus God, no.
So, as you all are heading to the Colosseum, whenever you arrive, you are led into the center ring area. The seats are lined with spectators as they are getting a rare treat today, as typically fights do not occur except once a year at a specific time whenever a prize is to be earned. However, today is a special occasion, as George has dictated a fight must be had. As you enter, you see Azazel, Ramiel, and Barbiel all standing ready, weapons in hand, as they look to you as you enter.
Thorgrim kind of like leans over George's shoulder and waves at Ramiel and is like, "Hi."
She will raise her hand and do the all fingers wave to you.
Aw.
Just remember, seduction is a legit strategy.
Don't think I'll have
I don't
time
think
for
we
that.
can. There are other ways of persuasion our way out of this one.
Mhm.
I think the time for words has ended, says Adel, as she unfolds her arms behind her back and Henry Cavill activates her fire fist.
Okay. Guess so. As George will kind of look around to look at the spectators.
All cheering, seeming excited, and you noticed Otto's dad, and as you make eye contact with him, he just does a very excited wave to you.
Thorgrim's gonna try and use his he's gonna hype up the crowd. He's gonna try and be like, raise his fist in the air and be like, "Yeah! Let's go!"
Roll performance with advantage.
Huzzah!
You get advantage specifically because of backstory reasons.
Indeed.
You know what you're doing.
Hopefully. Yeah, yay.
The crowd will cheer a bit with you, but it seems that they are more on the side of the Angels rather than yours.
Home team advantage.
PC will grin. George, are you looking forward to fighting your mom?
Huh?
It is a good day when you get to fight your mom.
Any other day you say that, I wouldn't think so, but I guess today is.
Yes. When you defeat your parents, that's when you become a real man and you can become a dad. And she cracks her knuckles.
You can become a dad like me.
Yes.
You just hear George go, wait, what?
It's his tradition. You defeat Broodmother to become Broodmother. And today you beat Broodmother to become Broom. She pauses and looks to him. Dad.
No, I think Broodmother would be a perfect title for him, Hubert says as he readies his swords.
Alright, George. Better be ready to become a Broodmother. Me have your back.
All right. You heard it what he said, Mama George.
The one problem with becoming friends with Hubert, you will have to deal with Hubert messing with you all the time.
I love Hubert's sass now. It's amazing.
It is.
George will just roll his eyes and try to check a little bit as he will summon out his two longswords.
Well.
She will embiggen her sword and activate her tattoos.
Well,
We have sword and shield ready.
Seeing as all of you are getting ready, I suppose I should do the same, Azazel says. And as she grips her scythe in both hands, you see her exhale as mist comes from her mouth before her form begins to glow. An otherworldly shine comes from her, what that is simultaneously as bright as it is dim. The world around you grows cold as she grows in size and shows a truer form, as she has always stayed in a more compressed state, but now you have warranted her full power.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's taking this seriously.
Yep.
I'll see this and look to George as like, do you think it's too late to back out of this?
It's not, but I wouldn't want to anyway.
Okay. Hey, thanks for watching the video until the end. If you want to see more of my stuff, click on either the vids on screen or check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and check the description for more places to follow me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you.